All right, we are live. We are live. Sorry, guys, we are about 5-6 minutes ahead of schedule, but I got my wonderful client here. Her name is Liqiu. Okay, so hello, Liqiu.
Hi,
How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Good. I'm doing great. Thank you for asking. Okay, so we're live on several different places. Let me just adjust myself over here. We're live on TikTok, on Instagram, and also Facebook. Okay, so everyone did see the post I made on my story yesterday where I talked about bringing in my client who lost 23 pounds in 4 months, and we have her here. Her name is Liqiu. So we'll start off things first, Liqiu. You can make a quick introduction. The audience would love to hear more about you, what you do. Are you a
Mhm.
student? Are you working? Tell us more about yourself, Liqiu.
Okay, so I'm a second year. I live in Dallas, Texas. Currently, I work at a bubble tea place and I'm studying public health.
Okay. Yeah. So, very busy. She's in school and she's working at the same time. So, if anybody is in here and you guys are in the same boat, you guys are working in school, you guys can drop the comments. Let us know that you're in the same boat as well. So, anyways, if you guys just made it in, please hit the heart, hit the like, drop a comment, let us know that you're here. Okay, we're excited. I'm definitely excited, Lee, too, because I know you've been in my program for some time, and I know that you just started losing weight like very fast after a certain point. So I definitely do want to ask some questions. Get to hear from you more. So
Mm-hmm.
let's start things off first with tell me about more about how you heard about me, or how did you find me? How did you find me?
So I found you, I guess, on TikTok, or your videos showed up, and I just
Yeah.
started to follow you because you gave out helpful kind of tips and advice and kind of stuff like that. And then I think you reached out to me either through Instagram later or TikTok. And
Hmm.
then that's how I started to become a client.
Okay. Okay. Awesome. So TikTok. It was because of TikTok. So TikTok, right? I know we're live on TikTok right now as well. TikTok. I did meet Liqiu through TikTok. Okay. And this is about several more than several months ago, about half a year or plus ago. So awesome. And Liqiu, I'm really curious to hear, and the audience is really curious to hear as well. Tell us more about your health and fitness before you met me.
So before COVID, I was actually um I was doing really well. I would go to the gym like every day. I was eating well. And then COVID hit. And then I didn't know really how to do like at home workouts. So I was struggling with that a lot. So I gained a lot of weight because of that. And then I also started school during COVID, my freshman year at university. So that added more stress. And
Mhm,
I couldn't balance and I wasn't eating correctly and I wasn't doing enough exercise. So I gained a lot of weight.
mhm,
And then when I found you, it was like during the summer that I was like, I need to get back into shape, but I need to learn how to do at home workouts and not just rely on doing like heavy weights at the gym and
mhm,
then just like running all the time.
mhm, mhm. Yeah. So, yeah, I'm. This is something that happened with a lot of people. So this is a very common issue as a coach. Like a lot of people that have came on my team or spoken with me during the last year and a half. Like this is a very common issue. Like, it definitely was a transition. A lot of people were not able to work out at the gym. They had to start working out at home.
Mm-hmm.
Um, but kudos to you. Kudos to you, Litu, for making that transition. And would you say that working out at home really limited your progress?
I don't think so. I think it was just a very hard change at first since I was never used to it and I just didn't really know how to not always use heavy weights or not always use a bar and start to use more dumbbells
Hmm.
or other things around my house as weights instead.
Hmm. And would you say that? So that's a really important thing you just mentioned. You
Mhm.
mentioned how you were always really focused on the heavy weights and your
Yeah.
strength, right? But now, my question for you is there a correlation with being very, very strong in weight loss? Do you feel like you have to be very strong? You have to lift very heavy weights in order to lose weight, leads you?
I don't think so. I think it more matters on the endurance. So if you do less weight, but you can do more reps, I think
Mhm.
that's it can be more helpful than always doing heavy weights but doing less reps.
Yeah, exactly. And more so like the time under tension, taking your time with the movements. And you know what?
Hmm.
Speaking and expanding on that leads to a lot of people that are working on and not Same with you, Liqiu. But a lot of people that are working on the gym, they may be using heavy weights, but maybe the form is not the best. So
Yeah.
working out at home using less weights actually gives people an opportunity to slow down, work on tempo, control the movements, right? Especially when they do have a coach, right? And the coach is mentioning about slowing down the movements, taking their time, focusing on tempo. You can actually get better results like that. So it's not always the heavier weights. It's not always the heavier weights. And you know what? I can relate to you, Liqiu, because when I first started training, my first couple years in the gym, I was really focused on my strength levels as well. So totally relate to you. If anybody can relate, let us know in the comment section. Do you guys feel like you guys are very focused on your strength, right? But you just don't feel like the weight is really going down? Let us know in the comment section, okay? But we're going to get into the good stuff, okay? So Liqiu, let's talk about the weight loss. As your coach, I'm actually I'm very happy for you, very happy, but I'm also very curious, because in the program, I know that, hear me out on this, okay, everybody. Her first month, right, Liqiu joined my program, and she didn't lose if any weight, like a pound or something like that, or maybe even a little bit less. Now, I will post a graph sometime this week, possibly tomorrow, but she just started losing weight like crazy, like really fast after the first month. So we're talking about everyone. We're talking about like the first month. So it was a total of 5 months. The first month we didn't count. We counted the weight loss after the first month, like 23 pounds in 4 months, right? But the first month was a pound, and then afterwards something happened. Liqiu, I want to ask you, tell coach, right? I know I communicate with you, but I never talk with you in person like this. Like, what happened in July?
To be honest, so like when I started, I was doing everything that I thought I should be doing, but it was big time was my eating, where I wasn't really eating. I was just drinking my calories, and they weren't like smoothies or anything. They were like really bad things to put in your body. And so I think that was also a big reason of why I couldn't lose weight, because it was like just so much sugar and like unhealthy carbohydrates that it just kind of like is there. And then the next month I was like, can't keep on doing this, because I noticed I was like, I'm not doing it. Like, I'm not losing anything. So I was like, I need to change something. So I changed my diet, and I was like, I need to work even harder to lose it, because I was so motivated to do it. So I started to just make myself do more and try and push myself more, because I think in the beginning I wasn't pushing myself as much as I should have. I think I was like, oh, I don't know if I can do this. So I didn't probably push myself as hard as I should have. And then I decided, I was like, I need to grow up a little bit more and just like push myself to the limit and try.
Yeah. Okay. So as a summary, in case TikTok and also Instagram, you guys didn't hear. So Liqiu said in the beginning, she was nutrition-wise was the first change. You mentioned that you're drinking a lot of your calories.
Yeah.
And they weren't the healthiest. You mentioned like a lot of simple carbs, like sugar. So give us some examples, Liqiu. Like what kind of drinks were these?
So I used to go to Starbucks a lot to go get like refreshers, which is just basically empty carbs and sugar.
Okay.
And caffeine. So it wasn't great. The other stuff that I would drink was bubble tea, which again is really bad for you. So it was just like empty carbs and sugar, which is not great.
Yeah. Okay. And then like solid foods, like what were you eating, like solid food wise? So a lot of drinks. Let us know down below. We know you guys like your bubble tea and your coffees as well. Everything in moderation, of course. But like solid foods, like were you neglecting solid foods?
I wasn't fully neglecting, but I would just eat more rice than anything else. Like I would have vegetables and like meat or something, but I would always have more rice than vegetable or protein. So that was also just more carbohydrates. I was just adding to my diet, which was not great, because it was just adding more problems.
Gotcha. Okay. So you're focused more on solid foods, like you mentioned protein, which is really good. It's good that my clients are learning about what will actually create the weight loss via nutrition. So protein, more veggie, solid foods. Okay. Really quick, did you like throughout this process of losing 23 pounds? Okay, did you cut out like a lot of foods that you wanted to eat, like bubble tea? Did you cut it out entirely?
I didn't cut it out entirely, and I didn't have cheat days, because I knew cheat days, it's really easy then to stack up the pounds on that one day.
Mhm.
So I wouldn't deprive myself of it, but I would have to work really hard for it. And I would limit myself being like, okay, today, if I get a bubble tea, I can't have any other kind of, I guess, drink or anything else that I really like, any other sugary or unhealthy food. And then with the bubble tea, I also would start to lower the sweetness level if I could
Mhm.
to add less sugar, because I knew sugar was a big problem.
There we go. Okay, so once again, as a recap, she focused more on solid foods. Workouts, this is a good one. The second point, she mentioned that she pushed herself harder. And I think this is a good point to mention all around. So Liqiu mentioned, here's the thing. So let's kind of recap. Liqiu mentioned she was working out at the gym. And really quickly, too, when you were working out at the gym, like during the last months, years of working out in the gym, it's been over a year, right? You've been working out at the gym?
Yeah.
Okay, so kind of like over a year and a half or so. She's kind of like early intermediate phase, late beginner. How much weight in total did you lose yourself? Like, what was the maximum amount of weight that you lost yourself when you were by yourself working out at the gym?
I think the maximum was maybe like 5 to 10 pounds. I'm not really sure.
Okay, and that's over a span of how long, approximately?
Maybe 4 years.
4 years.
Yeah.
So did you guys hear that really quick? So Liqiu, sorry, my bad. Liqiu, just refreshing everything with you on more than a year now. She's been working out for several years, so she has experience. She's intermediate level. Just to let you guys know, I don't just coach beginners. There's intermediates like Liqiu that join the team, and some advanced people that join the team as well. 4 years. I'm going to repeat what she said. In 4 years of working out at the gym, at the school gym, right, community center, like in 4 years, she lost anywhere from like 5 to 10 pounds. Like that was the maximum she lost over that span. Okay, within my program, in 4 months, right, she lost 23 pounds. She broke fast 10 pounds, 15 pounds, 20 pounds, and she lost 23. That's incredible. And she also didn't cut out bubble tea and stuff. She found a strategy that worked from the information that I taught her. Right, she understands that eating solid food, not neglecting food and drinking your calories and working out is actually going to help you lose weight. Actually focusing on proper nutrition, eating the right amount of calories, protein, with strength training where she's pushing herself. Right, a lot of times you may be holding in some reps you could be doing. Okay, and she lost 23 pounds like that. So amazing. Besides from the weight loss, I'm curious to know, like, what else? How do you feel? Tell the audience. Tell me, Coach. I'm curious to hear. Tell me, like, genuinely, like, how do you feel? Like, what's the differences in your life through your lens? Like, is there anything, if you don't mind sharing with us, that changed? Tell us, Liqiu.
So physically, appearance wise, my skin has cleared up a lot. So that was new, which was great since I was eating better and I was actually exercising a lot more. So my skin was able to clear up and get rid of all the toxins. I actually didn't notice how much weight I lost by, like, I knew the number, but I didn't really realize it, like, physically until I saw my progress photos of like day 1 to, I guess, now. I really had no idea. I was like, wait, really?
Yeah.
So that was a big shocker, and I'm still trying to process that. I have noticed that a lot of my clothes don't fit anymore, which is fine, but it takes a little bit to process like how much my body has changed. I think mentally I have become a little bit more confident in myself since I was able to lose a lot more weight. I'm still losing more than I want to. But I'm doing it in a healthy way and I'm able to control it. It's not out of control and it's not in a healthy way.
There we go. Yep. And by the way, we got somebody you may know. Do you know any chance? She's my client as well, Haley Dent. She said hi. Do you know Haley?
I don't know.
Okay, so I guess it was just a friendly comment. Good to see you here. Okay. I thought you guys might know each other. But Haley, thank you for that kind comment. She says you look amazing.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah. So let's see. Okay, so you mentioned skin and you're feeling so much better. Awesome. You know what? A thought just came through my mind, Liqiu. The first time you took progress pictures. Do you remember that? the first set of progress pictures.
Yeah.
You didn't want to show you're pretty much fully clothed. Do you remember that?
Yes.
Right? Tell us about that. Tell the audience about that. What the progress pictures when you first joined my program.
So I know that I had like my spandex shorts on because they were fine, but I had a tank top, but I wear oversized clothes all the time. So I was like, oh, you said that I can wear a tank top, but I didn't really process, oh, oversized tank top is not the best idea. So I'm still self-conscious, but in general, I never had to take a picture like that. So I was like, okay, I just throw on tank top. And then you were like, oh, maybe without tank top because it's too big, like it's oversized, so you can't see anything. I was like, oh, okay. So I had to get out of my comfort zone to try and do that.
Yeah. Okay. And now that's like you're open, you're willing to share and show off your skin. So
Yeah.
tell us about that. Like, taking progress pictures for your coach, but do you feel like even in public now, do you feel like, given a circumstance we're at the beach or you're going to show some skin, do you feel, this is huge, right? Do you feel a lot more confident being able to show some skin now?
I think I'm slowly getting there.
Yeah.
I'm still working on the confidence part. I've noticed, I know that I lost a lot of weight. I think it's just a mentality of just trying to remind myself of where I started and be like, you should be proud. You shouldn't hide, or I guess like want to hide the progress that you put. So now I'm slowly getting there.
Yeah. And I appreciate your honesty. I appreciate your honesty. So yeah, Liqiu lost 23 pounds and she's looking a lot better, but she's honest and she's like, you know what? And this is why I get my clients on the interviews, right? Because like, she's not going to say everything. Oh my God, coach, like everything's a 10 out of 10 now. Like, it's still progress, never perfection, but you'll get there. Confidence, you'll slowly build it. You'll feel more confident with yourself. It's going to take time, but you're definitely on the right track. That's a guarantee. And I'm very proud of you. Me too. Okay. So last couple questions here I have for you. Hello, TikTok. I will answer you guys in a quick second. So give me a couple minutes. We're finishing up here. I'm going to answer these questions. So stay put, stay here, double tap the screen as well. And same as IG. But what is here? I have a question for you. What are your biggest takeaways from working with me, being in my program? What are your biggest takeaways? Let's start with that. Your personal takeaways yourself.
Okay. So you were able to help push me for sure, because if I have a problem, then I can come tell you, or I can ask you like, hey, this isn't working, or am I doing this right? Or just motivation, because sometimes you're like stuck and like, you're just like, okay, I feel like I'm getting nowhere and you just need someone to help push you. So that's very helpful. Also, when it came to nutrition, you gave me a lot of helpful tips that I guess I didn't think of. And I started to log in what I was eating to be able to track more of my calories and like see what I'm actually eating. And then I think the last thing, I guess all the workouts that you do, like so far, there's been a few changes in each of my workouts gradually, which then I'm using different muscles that I haven't used, or it might be the same muscle, but it's a different exercise. So I'm like learning how to do more with my body instead of always having to use weights.
There we go. Yeah. How do you feel like the communication and support was like?
Oh, it was great. I mean, I didn't come to you too much, but if I ever needed to, you were always there to, help me or talk to me about anything. And also just keep up the motivation for sure.
Love it. Awesome. So Liqiu said, she mentioned like the workouts constantly changing, right? She mentioned like the push, the learning part, which is huge, right? Also, communication support. So we take great pride in making sure that people are, we're communicating to people in a timely manner where they're getting the support they need. That's the whole purpose of online training, online mentorship. We want to be there to support you along your journey. Okay. So if you're feeling stuck, we have you with a strategy. If you're feeling like you need the support, you're feeling like there's loadings, we're there to support you as well. Last question. I guess I'm going to combine this question together, but, what is your advice? So there's a lot of people in here that are watching or will watch afterwards, Liqiu, and they're highly inspired by you. Like, they're like, wow, like losing over 20 pounds in 4 months. That's incredible. Right. But what is your advice? Even clients in here, other clients that I told to come in to watch. Charity, what's up? Right when I was speaking about clients, what is your personal, I love to ask these because, there's something you're doing right, Liqiu, that makes you successful, right? What is something you advise for anybody else that's struggling? Because you've been there. That's why you joined my program. And my vision is to help all these ladies across the world. I'm in Vancouver. You're in Texas right now. We connected through TikTok, which is crazy with social media, right? And you lost 23 pounds working with me. What is your advice, Liqiu, for any other amazing women in here that may be stuck right now, that were in your past shoes, Liqiu, where you're stuck, you've been working out for 4 years and you're not seeing the weight loss you want? What is all your advice? Tell everybody everything, all your thoughts, all your genuine advice for them.
Don't give up for sure. Keep on trying to fight. Even if you want to give up, keep on just trying. When you're like stuck in a rut and you feel like you're going nowhere, just keep on doing it because it's going to pay off. And what helped me for sure was thinking about the future that I wanted, being like, do I really want to be like this for the next, like, let's say 5 years? It's like, powerful. Do I really want to? And I don't want to. So I have to think about the future and the people that care about me. If I'm not taking care of myself, then I can't help them. I can't take care of them. And so I have to also think about that, or the people that care about me and they want me to be healthy. I need to take care of myself so they can see that I'm taking care of myself and they don't have to worry about it anymore.
There we go. Yeah. So what she said, she's thinking hugely. Thank you for that. I'm going to answer these in a quick second, TikTok. But Liqiu said everything about the future. She wants to carve a different future for herself. She's concerned about her future, which is amazing. She wants to lead by example as well. What about any strategy advice for people? Strategy advice, nutrition, exercise, anything with that you recommend for people?
I wouldn't say limit yourself or don't like cut out all junk food. I would say if you want it, then you can have it. Just do a really small portion size. And even if it's not unhealthy, but it might go over your calories, I would say do smaller portions, finish that, wait like maybe 5 minutes, see if you're still hungry. And if you're still hungry, then go eat again. But if you're not, then don't eat. And don't eat out of boredom for sure, because that's not great. When it comes to workouts, I would say maybe don't always try to do the heaviest weight. Try to work more on endurance. And then don't get frustrated at yourself. Like, don't get mad at yourself because you can't do it one day or you used to be able to do it. Don't beat yourself up. Just remember, I will get back to where I want to be, or I will get there eventually. It's just going to take some time.
Yeah, exactly. So everything that she mentioned, and you know what? It seems like the theme right now with Liqiu is not going Hogan, going super fast, going really heavy, aggressive with everything. It seems really the style right now is very, very, very balanced. She still has her stuff, but like what I taught her before, like the separation method, selection method, like separating emotional eating versus like having to actually eat, listening to your body, it's much more powerful than you guys may think. Like, honestly, listening to yourself when you're eating, cueing yourself, right, when you're snacking, it really makes a difference. And she just mentioned that subtly. She mentioned, like, I'm going to repeat what she said. She said, you're going to eat a snack, eat slowly, right? To give it 5 minutes, see if you really need to eat it again. Little things like this, they're so subtle, so nuanced, but easily overlooked, and it's super powerful. It will add to your overall progress. She also mentioned, like, not always going heavy. You need balance, right? Like, time under tension, how you perform it is the execution is more important than going heavy with improper form, right? Is there one last catalyst? It maybe me. What would you say? How about talking to me? What would you recommend? Like, my program for them. What would you say?
I would say, obviously listen to you for sure and just try to absorb as much as you can. Always ask questions. It doesn't matter if you think it's a stupid question or he technically answered it. You can ask for clarity. It's better to know exactly what it is that you need to do than try and guess and then either do it wrong or then you don't feel great because you're like, I don't know what to do.
So you think a big part of working with me was just clarity, like having clarity with everything with your progress, right?
Yeah, I think just talking to you, keeping you updated on everything that's going on, and then listening to any advice or any tips that you have and just absorbing it and then applying it to my reality.
Beautiful. Love it. Okay. So As we come to an end here, Liqiu has to go back to work. She's very busy, very, very busy, like at work, at school. I appreciate you so much, guys. Say thank you to Liqiu in the comment section. I appreciate you a lot, Liqiu. Liqiu, any finishing things you want to say to the audience before you take off? Anything you want to say?
Okay, yeah. I guess don't listen to society norms about like what size or what your waist should be for your, I guess, body type or anything. Just kind of embrace who you are and yeah, just don't listen to what society says. Oh, you're not thin enough. You're not this. It's like, by your progress, just remember how much progress you put into it and forget, like, they don't know. Society doesn't know who you are. Exactly. So who cares?
Exactly. Do it for you, right? Liqiu, do it for you. You want to make improvements, but do it for yourself, not for anybody, not even your parents or anything, not for society. Do it for yourself. You want to make improvements, make it for yourself. And I'm very, very, very proud of you, Liqiu. You are definitely one of the successful clients on FFLA. It's nice to have a conversation with you today. I'm going to hold you for a quick minute, and I will stay on Instagram and TikTok just to answer these questions, but I'll let you go after the minute. But everybody, thank you for listening to Liqiu's interview with me. It's amazing having Liqiu with me. Black Friday is this Friday. Okay, so I just dropped a post. If you'd like to have a conversation with me to talk about your fitness goals, drop a Black Friday on any of these lives. Also, take a look at my most recent post and drop Black Friday. We are having discounts. We are having different services that are all going to be discounted, and it is a limited time offer only for this week. So send me a DM, go on my story, vote on my story, or drop Black Friday on my most recent post or any of these lives, and I'll reach out to you, see if and how we can help. We don't help everybody. Okay, we don't bring everybody on the team. You have to be a right fit. You have to be a person that's serious about their goals. Going to be supportive, friendly for everybody else on the team as well. But anyways, Liqiu, I know you got to run. Thank you so much for your time. I appreciate you. That was very educational. There's a lot of educational points that you mentioned, and that was inspiring as well. Very motivating. There's a person on TikTok. Look at it's Taz. He mentioned how it was really inspiring and motivating this talk. Okay, so Liqiu, I'm going to let you go. I know you got to run. Facebook, I'm going to finish up with Facebook, but Instagram and also TikTok, I'm going to stay on for a quick second. Liqiu, thank you so much once again.
Okay, thank you. Bye-bye.